Where do I begin? To all my loyal viewers, subscribers, 皆さん、本当に申し訳ありませんでした。Please accept my humblest apologies, for I have, for the first time in my YouTube career, I have made a mistake. A big mistake. Hey guys, it's me, Carlo, the proud otaku son of Jacksonville, and my previous video had me do a compare-contrast of some of the Super Mario figures that I have in my collection that I've collected over the years, and there was one teensy little problem. When doing that compare-and-contrast video, I did not show the figures outside of the box, and for that, I sincerely apologize, and I can admit that I had done goofed, and this won't happen again. So, as usual, if you like this video or like the content that I post, please leave a like on any of my videos and this one, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Every subscription means a lot, and it'll also help my channel grow, and I'll also be able to post more videos like this. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look. Now, again, here is my entire collection of articulated Super Mario action figures, both in the box, right at the back, and right here at the front are the ones that are opened for my toy photography, playing around with, and for display on my shelf. So, let's take a look at the figure that started this collection off. The SH Figuarts Super Mario. Now, this is the original one that I bought from Books A Million back in 2014, and this cost only $24.95, which was by far the cheapest SH Figuarts figure that I've ever purchased. And this year, in celebration of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, Bandai and Tamashii Nations have done a re-release of this same figure, but with a couple more extra accessories. So, I bought myself another one of the reissues so that I could compare and contrast the different types of articulation for each of these figures, so bear with me. So here is the SH Figuarts Mario in all his glory. This is a wonderfully sculpted figure, I'm not gonna lie, but there are some imperfections and limitations that I have to address with this particular figure. As you can see, his head can only move in certain directions, but not all the way around, because of the design of the character himself. But I don't particularly blame the design of the figure itself, but it's more like the design of the character. And the shoulder can only go up a certain way, and it can't go any higher. And the elbows can go up to maybe a tad close to 90 degrees, but not all the way to 90 degrees. And he also has the same thing, and you also have the swiveling wrists right here, and you can also change these out for the open hands that are right here. So, as for the more articulation, he also has very unique leg articulation right here. So if let's say I move the shoulders right here, when you raise up his legs like that, there's his thigh is actually a separate piece. So it basically swivels forward and back. And you also have swiveling thighs right here. And it also articulates as well in various different areas right here. And you also have the bend, a 90-degree bend at the knee right here. And you also have articulated ankles. But they can move, but not very much. Now you can recreate some of his jumping poses, and you can also make him look like he's doing some of his charge attacks, like from the Super Smash Bros. Games, or from the other Mario games that he's appeared in. Now, since I have the reissue that's opened, let's take a look at what he comes with. Of course, as I said, he comes with his interchangeable hands, which were originally part of the diorama playset, one of a few. And he also comes with this super power-up mushroom. He also comes with the question mark block. This one is all in hollow plastic. And he's also got this gold coin, all in gold, all chrome and gold. But one of the downsides of this is that this really gets smudged easily with the fingerprints, and it also gets scratched up very easy. So special care has to be taken. Also, he has this alternative back panel in which you can replace, so you can attach this to his back, so you can attach Mario to this. His own personalized Tamashi Stage dynamic figure display base. So, here's a little demonstration. Here's a little tab that you can reach under, so you can remove this back piece right here, and then replace it with the back piece that has the peg hole, and then you can basically attach this peg to Mario's back, and then make it look like he's actually jumping. As you can see, you can make him look like he's actually jumping and leaping long distances. So that's pretty much about it for the SH Figuarts. So let's move on to the next. At the same time, Jakks Pacific wanted to do their own spin of the Super Mario characters, as well as other characters from Nintendo's library of games. So, as part of the World Nintendo line, and eventually towards the standalone Super Mario subline, Jakks Pacific made this 6-inch, or rather 5-inch version of Mario. Now, he comes in several different variants. Now one variant has him looking like his SH Figuarts counterpart, but this one is the one I love the most because he has more open hands, and he also has his mouth closed with a still kind of a smile right there. It's a really cool figure, and I really love it because not only was he really cool, but not only did he have really good articulation, it was also a fraction of the price for the SH Figuarts figures at the time. He was about, I would say, around $5 to $10, I think. So it was a good deal back then. But because of inflation, prices for action figures have been skyrocketing. So I'm really, really thankful that I actually got these at the price that I actually got them for. Now, for this variant of Mario, he comes with the Super Power-Up Mushroom, but for the variant that has him looking like his SH Figuarts counterpart, he has this question mark block. And I would say that this one looks very unique, and I actually like it because of all the angular flat sides right here at the corners. So that's basically it for the World of Nintendo, or Super Mario subline of Jakks Pacific figures right here. So let's move on to the third. Now, as time began to progress, the technology and engineering for action figures has begun to advance at an accelerated rate, and resulting in more good-looking and better-moving action figures. And the Super Mario Brothers movie version of Mario is a part of that, or proof of concept. And here is a lot of the stitching that you can see on his overalls in the front pockets, and right here in the back, right here. And you can also see his gold buttons and on his right here. And you also have the gold rivets right here in his pocket. And you also see a whole lot of detail in his shoes. You can see the laces, you can also see the metal loops. And you can also see the soles of his shoes. And he also has some creases in his long sleeve shirt, and as well as some wrinkling in his white gloves. And he has a really wonderful facial sculpt and head sculpt overall. And the stitching in his hat right here on the top and in the M for his name is really well done. And of course, he has to have the realistic eyes. And he has a really good range of motion in comparison to the previous Jakks Pacific version of Mario. So he has really good motion in his shoulders right here. He also has a little bit of a swivel at his elbow, and he also can rotate his both of his wrists and his forearm. And he also has some really good range of motion in his legs too, and especially in the hips. He has a swivel at the thigh. He also has a good range of motion for a 90-degree bend at the knee. And you also have a ball peg right here for his ankle. Not perfect, but it's still decent. This is by far one of the best Mario figures that I've seen in years. Even though it's related to the movies, I still love it though. It holds the spirit of Mario very well. So let's move on to the next and final figure that I just recently obtained in celebration of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And now, finally, rounding off this collection of wonderful Super Mario figures is the Super Mario Galaxy movie version of Mario. And I gotta say, this has got to be one of the best Mario figures that I've ever gotten my hands on, and for good reason. And of course, as you can see, he has all the same kind of details that you see in the 2022 version of Mario right here. But the one difference, basically a lot of there's a lot of some differences that are here. But he has this pseudo butterfly joint right here, but even though his shoulder doesn't really go up all that high that much anymore, it's still really good range. And he also has the elbow swivel right here, or the bicep swivel. And he also has the 90-degree bend at his elbow, and you also have the swivel at his wrist. And in comparison to the original 2022 version of Mario, he has a swiveling waist. The Super Mario Galaxy version of Mario, on the other hand, has more flexibility and movement right here at his diaphragm joint, which allow him to bend down and bend back up. And he also has his advanced leg articulation right here, and he also has the same 90-degree bend at the knee, swiveling thighs, as well as a more advanced ankle rocker. And he's also got the same kind of details on the soles of his shoes as well. And another thing, what also makes this particular Mario figure unique is that he has articulated fingers. Every time I see these kind of details like this, especially with the articulated fingers, I always think of Sonic the Hedgehog, the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 version of Sonic, I mean. Because he has these same features right here, along with more points of articulation. And I'm just glad that I actually got this figure. And he also comes with this little Luma right here. Really cute. And overview of my articulated Super Mario action figures. As always, if you like this video and if you like other videos like this, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. And please leave other comments to see which kind of figures in my collection you want to see, and what kind of suggestions on what kind of figures I should get next. And as always, keep everything friendly, and I do not tolerate any negative comments in my comment section. If I find one, I'm deleting it and you're going to be blocked. Consider yourself duly moved. Anyway, this has been Carlo, the proud Otaku son of Jacksonville, bidding you all good night. And as always, stay safe, stay kind, and as always, stay open-minded. Peace out. Good night.